The hell is that? That's the chief.
And welcome back once again, my friends, pioneers of werewolves, divergence, and glitches, to another episode of the Daily Candle Close News. Sending you all much love and high vibrations out to wherever it is you are in the matrix and galaxy today. Bang! That June bug. Ooh. The markets have got a bug. I asked my pioneers recently if they were ready for the June bug. From that Mayday, M patterns in May, sell in May, and walk away to that June bug. Those June and July lows as we transfer into Cancer in the carcinogenic moment that the charts be getting. We ain't caught off guard here at the beginning of June, okay? As we head into the World Cup and what we've been decoding and preparing and breaking down for our pioneers is the next event, the June bug. And boy, is it affecting the markets. Everybody's freaking out, but stocks are at new all-time highs. We'll get into that when we look at things like the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones continuing to just press higher and higher in the fifth wave that we've been marking out for you all with the fifth wave God, right? Is Bitcoin going to follow in that fifth wave pattern eventually? Okay, that is what we are waiting to see. But the June bug, that 6-1 transition into June, has started that sell-off, closing them CME gaps that we've talked about on the 2-hour time frame. Okay? Now I know that's not really going to be much of a discussion moving forward with the CME, closure news, etc. that we've discussed, but it's important right now. Okay, again, bringing us right back to that $66,600 range, the 666 code we have been on. But why are we seeing it today on 6-2 as we transition into 6-3, right? I was supposed to be out here for class last night, you guys. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. We're getting ready to, head to work in a little bit, but power outages here in Grant, Alabama for 2 nights in a row. I literally sat down at the computer last night, 15 minutes away from hosting class, and the power shuts off. I look at my son and his face just drops because I know he sees the frustration in me after spending 13 hours Monday without power, you guys. Just with the weather and the storms and everything. Anyways, I'm getting this recording out to you all. I want you to know we'll try to come out tonight, Wednesday night. It's just not a promise. So, again, why are we seeing this now? Why are we getting this energy that's coming full circle back to that 666 code? Well, okay. Let's remember the world's largest liquidation was just 33 weeks and 3 days ago as we entered the June bug this year. Okay, the day leaving 213 days left in the year, which we know is a number associated to death using, the satanic cipher. Okay, so again, we always pay attention to the murder code. Okay? So again, that 213 days left in the year, being again 33 weeks and 3 days since the largest liquidation ever. Okay? So again, this also being a span of 7 months and 22 days. In mathematics, 22 divided by 7 is 3.14 pi, the mathematical constant. Okay? So bringing us back full circle to the largest liquidation ever. Okay? That Bitcoin Pi code that we have been on for 6 years here. Okay? So again, not surprising to get this energy starting June, giving us the June bug thesis that I, John Michael Shook, Coach Abe, the Master Chief of Crypto, created for the last several years, sharing it. Okay? June and July lows that could lead to June and July highs. Okay? That very Gemini energy in June. Okay? The polarity of both bullish energy coming out of that sell in May, walk away, them M patterns in May, right? If we were to look at charts like the crypto's Andy Warhol chart of ours, you could see this right there. The M patterns in May, okay, from this Fibonacci channel as we touched and started getting ready to transition through this Fibonacci circle, which brought the volatility. Okay, but M patterns in May, highs in Gemini as we enter Gemini, getting the polarity, the twin opposites, okay, with the lows that we are seeing back around that $66,600 range. And again, the fact that this is coming 117 days from the 2/6 date of the 2/6 year as we enter 6/2. The same code I was giving you on January 1st, 2026 in my New Year's Decoded video. This 262 code, that palindrome, or that 2662 code, tied to XRP, tied to the Queen, tied to what we would see this year. Lows of 60.59K on the 2/6 date, 117 days later, tied to the Master Chief code, tied to the Bitcoin code. We are seeing extreme lows once again. Not surprising, okay? It's really not. It's in the script. It's in the algorithm, and it's all by the numbers. Okay? As we head into again today now, yesterday is what I'm talking about, this energy heading into today now, being the day that leaves 211 days left in the year, tied to the 47th prime number, tied to the Gemini Trump running the world stage right now. Okay? So again, just paying attention to everything it is we've been Hansel and Greteling along the way all year long. We're not surprised by this. So again, the markets are getting this energy of extreme lows. That again, accumulation we taught you about into distribution. And now here we are into the June bug. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. We've been screaming it all May. Sell in May and walk away. Take your profits and run. It's how the markets are designed. I didn't come up with the saying. It's 100+ years old. You know, so I know I said it a lot last month. But it was done subliminally. It was done predictably, preemptively to program your minds to get ready for the energy that was coming, especially as we head into the 250th birthday of the Illuminati of America, Donald Trump turning 80 years old, okay, on Flag Day, Patriot Day, okay, and everything else that June holds, like the summer solstice and that energy that we are transitioning into from that spring equinox. Okay? So, let's remember this. This is that D-Day, Death Day energy that we've taught about for many, many years. That Normandy landings, you see it right here. As we entered May 31st, that blue moon, we were 113 days from the Super Bowl, that 113 code, the June bug. That not true, fake reality, perjury, bullshit, dishonest code. Okay? Just like the Kobe Bryant code when we saw that ritual happen. Alright. But again, this all being tied to 119 days after the Super Bowl come June 6th. That D-Day 9/11 energy that we've been preparing you for. All tied back to C-19. The 113-311 code, when they shut the world down after Kobe Bryant died on 1/26. His daughter died with him, Gianna Bryant, 1/26. Bitcoin hits a high of 126K, tied to the Bitcoin price discovery, tied to a scripted life. Come on now. All of this has been leading and preparing us for right now as we get ready to watch the World Cup take place, as we get ready to watch Flag Day and Patriot Day be held, as we get ready to watch Independence Day and the false alien invasion that we've been preemptively programming the minds of the masses here at the Daily Candle Close News for upwards of 4 years, since 2022, for this one event. Did you do it again, Coach? We done did it again, pioneers. They told us about it. I mean, Will Smith told us about it in the Independence Day movie, you know what I'm saying? And now here we are watching the alien rise on the world stage over the defending champs, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like we were telling you about in one of our latest X posts, when we were telling you this 9/11 code was coming. When we leaked the NBA leaking the NBA finals of the New York Knicks and the OK City Thunder 24 hours before the NBA store did it. Tied to that 216,666 code. And here we are sitting above a $66,600 Bitcoin as we enter the 6th month. How many times do people gotta watch me do this before they say it's not a coincidence? How many times? 2:17 a.m. Our codes all year been on that 217 eclipse this year, like we were just speaking about. Tying us back to 103 days ago. Now 106 days ago. Like that high we hit on 10/6 of last year. But I'm just saying, that June bug thesis from that May day, M patterns in May, golden. It's all through manifestation, pioneers. A lot of people might not like my deliverance, I promise you that. But my work is only for those who can relate. Do you relate? I am the greatest. I manifested it at owning the charts since Slim Shady. My TA throwing bombs like Big Arm Tom Brady. A legend in the league. What am I saying? But I'll behave. I'm just playing. Lately, my charts and the predictions, you pioneers know, have been making history as of lately. We've been talking about seeing this potential fib channel. And maybe we go lower. Maybe Bitcoin. There's no more CME gap closures for the history of the world. What if we go and close every CME gap that's still left open all the way down to 19K? I don't give a fuck. That'd be stupid to give me an opportunity to accumulate. I know that. I just don't personally believe that's going to happen. But we've closed the two-hour CME gaps down to 67K that we've been talking about for upwards of 3 months. You know? What feels like upwards of 3 months, at least. Since they were printed all the way back here in March, going on 3 months, you know, come next month. But But we've been literally talking about hitting this purple 3.618 fib channel, okay? The volatility again coming as we transition through that Memorial Day sale. Literally, May 26th, not March 26th, May 26th. Memorial Day was May 25th, giving us that Memorial Day sale that we've talked about in the past. Again, how many times have we broke this down? The bull flag thesis, okay? So right now we're just planting that even lower, and we'll continue to follow it. But we tend to get this energy as we head into June, as we head into July, that those June and July highs, those June and July lows. Look at every single time period back in the past that we were getting this same Memorial Day sale. That then eventually, come July, come August, that Lionsgate portal, come that September, wake me up when September and the 9 3/4 autumn equinox time period rolls around, we're typically expanding into highs, heading into Bitcoin's birthday anniversary in October. Okay? So by Bitcoin's birthday, we are typically leading into or already trading at new all-time highs. So again, looking potentially to expand all the way back up into that 86, that 88, that 106, that 119K range eventually, you guys. Okay? It's just what data and history has showed over the last 17 years. So I really, unless they hit us with an alien invasion like they've been preparing us for, unless they hit us with that, well, presidential assassination like they've been trying to do 4 times since 2024. So unless they give us that Black Swan event, that D-Day, that June bug, that carcinogenic moment of July, as we enter America's 250th birthday, Illuminati's birthday, right? Then it's gonna continue to be higher prices coming soon to a chart near you, unless they Black Swan it. And again, you can't say that over the last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months that I have not prepared you and every viewer for the potential events that we could see take place on the world stage. We've been decoding this grandiose picture of the markets, of the world stage, geopolitical tension, everything non-stop. Okay, all of it. So again, go back, rewatch the classes, reread the post, go and watch years old fucking YouTube videos that still have a plethora of knowledge and wisdom in them that you can still learn from, where we were dropping this thesis, Hansel and Gretel, along the way for years, because that euphoria is coming on. I'll behave. But again, that code that we've been on for years and years and years. So just simply since Super Bowl 60, and again, the 6th month, here we are at in the 60K ranges again, at that 66,600, right? Not surprising, but anyway, did you do it again, Kyle? But since that Super Bowl 60 released, we've really been out here grinding with this code. So you all know that. You've been here, you're real pioneers. But the June bug really has a place in my heart. You know, it's my sister's birthday month, things like that. For me, June 12th, going to be a very big day. Disclosure Day this year, tied to the alien invasion, right? Tied to that disclosure of alien information, right? So I see that in the NBA Finals during this time period. Hint, all pun intended, with the alien being played in them. Being a very important scripted ritual to pay attention to watch, to see the symbolism portrayed to us. Then that's going to, well, hand the torch off to the kickoff of the World Cup. That, again, the economists magazine cover was out here preparing us for well, again, this being a soccer player, this all starting around that 250th birthday of America, Trump's birthday. This is all center stage on the world right now, is this World Cup. This narrative, again, potentially with the, well, Horatier Ebola outbreak that we've already started getting news about it, but the hantavirus as well in our last decode of this Kyle Busch hantavirus decode, Kobe Bryant being a big part of this as well. But again, this just bringing us back full circle to C19 and 6 years ago, the low we were getting then during this time period, the lows we're getting now, tied to C19, tied to Super Bowl 60, and the lows we were getting on World Monarch Day. Remember, another reason why we are getting this energy we are seeing right now is because of World Monarch Day. 117 days ago was the 36th day of the year, 666 code, World Monarch Day, Monarch, Bitcoin, all being tied to, well, what we're witnessing right now. So, again, do the math. Okay? But yeah. XRP, you guys, has its 14th birthday today. And I believe we're about to see the Osiris ritual, like our New Year's decode showed you, tied to this day. Again, being 117 days from the $1.12 lows we were getting, and here we are at a potential double bottom in the charts right now. Maybe we go a little lower, who knows? Let's see what the June bug and that transition into Cancer, the zodiac, that carcinogenic moment brings us. Okay? Let's just take a pause, because everybody else said it was gonna be last October. They said it was gonna be November. They said it was gonna be December and January and every other time in between. When they tried to tell you they would give us these lows, and they said Bitcoin to 30K, 40K, 50K. Nonsense. We've literally called every step of the way. 10-9. We gave you the exit one day before the largest liquidation in the world ever last year. We gave you the 60, 59K bottoms to the exact day this year. And now we've given you the June bug thesis. Years and years and years in advance. Been teaching it all year long. Ask Roy Moore. He was just talking about it last month. He said he was looking for lows. I said, man, if they come in, it'd be that post-Memorial Day, entering that June and July June bug carcinogenic moment. Did I not, Roy Moore? Shout out Pioneers. So again, it wasn't none of these other analysts and their calls. It was just Coach A mapping the way. And I know you love the wordplay, but I'll behave. I can do this all day. It's just TA. I don't play. It's not a game to me. I quit school because of recess. I bleed what I do, Pioneers. You know? So I believe we're about to see that Osiris ritual. Well, what is that? Well, Osiris lost his phallus, his penis, the erotic part of him. XLM's shooting straight up right now out of its fallen wedge. XRP's been in a fallen wedge for, well, what we know of, at least the last 314 plus days. But if we take it back to the previous high before that, as we head into the 322 day mark, by the way, come D-Day, as we prepare for that. But basically a real span of entering this falling wedge 547 days ago, basically. You know? I like to take it back to that November 4th time period, right before Donald Trump's election. You can clearly see that was the lows, right? And now we've been trading 576 days, almost 589 days come June 16th, post Patriot Day, post Donald Trump's birthday of 80 years old, right? So again, I just don't really see us going back to those 49-cent lows, okay? Like some people believe. I basically only see us hitting as low as 74 cents if we were to ever get so fucking lucky to ever get under $1 XRP again. I just think that, you're really asking for a lot. You're begging and counting fucking pennies, just hoping you can get in lower when you're not taking advantage of technical fucking sound fucking trading, fucking investing. I don't know, like, what the fuck have I been doing out here for 6 years teaching? People continuing to want and hope for lower prices when we're not guaranteed them, when it's just counting pennies instead of starting to DCA now. Huh? Fucking mind blowing. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you see it all over the internet right now. And it's just a bad energy to have and a bad mindset. And it's the broke mindset. It's the poor mindset. You know what I'm saying? They say you can't call the bottoms and they say you can't call the tops, but I argue you can if you do the work. If you learn the craft and skill. We've proven it for 6 years. But all I'm saying is you can dollar cost average into the lows and you can dollar cost average out of the highs. And that's what you should do. Not financial advice. But if we were to see this Osiris ritual, you better not believe it's going to last forever. Now, again, this asset being suppressed for 14 fucking years, it's hard to predict price discovery on where this is going to go. I literally have charts of upwards of $262 mapped out for this thing, but that's talking like potentially also come the 20th anniversary of this asset in another 6 fucking years as well. And I'm willing to wait it out. I've already been in this asset for 7 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, not many people have that mindset of a long-term horizon and seeing the more grandiose, larger picture, right? Rome wasn't built in a day type thing. And so, but take your money and run when you get the chance to, is all I'm saying. A great example was sell in May and walk away, 83K. The thesis we were teaching around, the code of that May the 4th, may the force energy be with you this year. That was really basically where we can say right now that fifth wave finished out, that we were mapping out, reaching into 83 to 86K, closing that upward CME gap range again before we got this recent CME closure news. So, we almost hit our target. I mean, we did 83K basically. We were pennies away from it. Again, counting pennies. Who's gonna count pennies? Who's gonna wait for 83K? We weren't. Who's gonna wait for 86K when we're less than 1% away? You see what I'm saying? Mayday. M patterns in May. Okay, and then we set that lower high, that rising wedge, ABC'd out of it. Now, we could probably ABC right back to fucking 80K. Trump gets ready to turn 80 years old and people don't even fucking believe it. They're still gonna be fucking asking for lower prices. Fuck out of here. It blows my mind, man. Yeah, look at the internet right now, all over Twitter. These ridiculous fucking, just like October and November, people are calling for outrageous fucking prices. Again, I just talked about it. What if every CME gap closes that never closed in the past? You'd be looking at a potentially 19K Bitcoin. But people are out here calling for these things. And so I'm not falling for it. And the fear and greed that we're seeing again. Well, we haven't seen greed in a very long time, almost a year, 8 months almost. But the fear that we are seeing again, I'm not fucking falling for it. I'm using this as a black swan event, potentially getting ready to take place, or just simply that June and July June bug thesis that is meant to get you flooded out of the market. That sell in May and walk away. But remember to return in September, and may September shine like gold come December. So again, if this holds true, and we see the past history and data of Bitcoin's price action, well, foretold again, then we're going to see higher prices come September, out of June and July lows, out of that carcinogenic June bug moment, and whatever potential black swan they give us as America turns 250 years old. But history shows by October we're at new all-time highs or leading into them. So let's remember that, okay? Let's not get caught off guard right here, okay? So, nice 30-minute update for you all. Like I said, XRP's birthday yesterday was a big day for us. Something we were decoding at the beginning of this year. Turning 14 years old. Seeing this ritual take place yesterday on 6/2, tied to the Platinum Jubilee bank holiday, tied to the Queen 62, right? Like we were showing. 2/6 in the 6/2, 2/6 year. Not surprising. Just bringing us right back to World Monarch Day, like we were saying, where we got our lows, where we started to come out of the metamorphosis and the hardening through the cocoon, from the caterpillar into the ancient being and monarch, right? The ascended master, right? Well, to where we are coming back full circle now to 66,600. Okay, like I said, closing these two CME gaps that we've been mapping out in this potential fifth of the fifth wave inside of a massive ABC correction that we've been talking about in class after closing this upward CME gap like I discussed. So again, they're talking about no more Chicago Mercantile Exchange future gaps in the future. Moving forward, it's done with. It's over. 24/7 trading all day long. 365, 366 on leap year. So either that means we're done, or we're about to potentially, what if we see Bitcoin go all the way back to 31,800, all the way back to 28K, 19K, close every CME gap, while the rest of the crypto market takes off. Bitcoin has that Jeffrey Epstein, whatever narrative, right? I could literally see that. Things like XRP shoot to fucking $20 plus, we just got to still see where that Jeffrey Epstein news for Bitcoin is going to take us into the future, right? I think it was a distraction. News given to you at the top in October, right? When we were giving you the decode on it. Not surprising, right? But anyway, we'll just have to wait and see what this future CME business means for the crypto industry now that we have 24/7, 365, 366 trading. But again, I think this ABC is done, and again, we can potentially ABC back up to 79, 80K as Trump turns 80 years old. That V-shaped Gemini energy, right here. We'll have to wait and see. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. RSI on the 2 hour is hitting lows of 17. The daily has hit lows of 22 already. 26 right now on the CME chart. On these charts, we're looking at 18, 17, and then on the daily, I could have swore it was 22. I was showing on the phone, 21. So, we got to see what this exoteric mark of the beast number of 666 is going to bring us moving forward as we transition through the 6th month of this year. Okay, you guys? But I'm going to sign off, get ready to head into work in a few. Take care of the dogs, my son, get things ready for them today. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy this, quick 34-minute update. But again, sorry I couldn't make it to class last night, but we'll try to see if today aligns. Been working a lot of 5, 6, 7 p.m. days lately, every day, at just one of my jobs. So it's probably gonna be like this throughout the summer moving forward, is what it's looking like. We'll just have to see. But you guys enjoy, take care, have a blessed day, and I'll be back out soon, okay? Pioneers rise, build your fortress, build your legacy. Let's go.